Hello from Japan! We are so excited to be here. We've been planning this trip for such a long time and I can't believe that we're finally in Japan. So if you like delicious food, you like shrines and cultural attractions, or you like nature, I think you'll really like this series of video. So yeah, keep watching! So after a 13-hour flight to Tokyo, our first priority was to find a conveyor belt sushi spot for dinner because we were hungry. We didn't know at the time, but it was the end of Golden Week and all the restaurants were jam-packed. We had to wait close to an hour at most restaurants, so we settled down at Kura Sushi in Shinjuku. We were starving by the time we sat down, so we wasted no time and started ordering on the iPad. It was quite efficient and we got to sample tons of different fishes that we don't usually get. So good morning. We are starting the day with a visit to the famous Tsukiji Market. So this is the outer market because a few years ago they moved the inner market where they used to host the tuna auctions to a different part of the city called Toyosu Market. Although the tuna auction doesn't take place at Tsukiji Market anymore, there are still plenty of shops. You can buy all sorts of kitchen gadgets, tons of fresh seafood, green tea, desserts, and the popular sweet omelette called tamagoyaki. As you can see, it's only 8 in the morning, but this place is already really busy. So we are going to have maybe some fish at this place called Sushi Zanmai. We're going to their second store because the first one is actually way too busy and the line is crazy. From the bar section, we could watch the chefs preparing everyone's plates, and we picked 2 absolutely delicious bowls, so 1 seafood bowl and 1 tuna bowl. So we just finished our amazing sushi, and this is what Tsukiji Market looks like. It's now 10 o'clock and the place is totally buzzing and we're going to have ice cream. So I think I'm gonna go for the matcha ice cream. And this beauty costs 500 yen. And then we found a place selling strawberry mochis, which are very popular treats, but to be honest, they're not my favorite. And we are now at Shibuya, and as you can see, it's really busy. I think that's what happens when you travel during Golden Week. And this is known for being one of the world's busiest crossings. So the Shibuya crossing is the world's busiest pedestrian crossing. I know it doesn't look too bad in this video, but once you're there, it feels totally different. You can also go to the Starbucks at the corner and look at this over and over and over again. After a bit of shopping and a quick visit to the Pokemon store, it was time for dinner. We headed towards Roppongi Hills Club and we loved the view from the 51st floor of the skyscraper. So after a really nice little evening at Roppongi Hill Club, we're just going to walk around the neighborhood of Roppongi. Good morning, it is 8:30 in the morning and we made our way to Meiji Shrine, or actually we're trying to get there. So I think this is part of what they call Yoyogi Park and it's really quiet. Maybe because it's 8:30 or maybe because it's Saturday, but it's really peaceful and yet in the center of Tokyo. So we have arrived at Meiji Shrine, and for being such a popular attraction, I'm surprised that there aren't more people. Tsukiji Park is actually really close to Harajuku. So now that we've visited Meiji Shrine, I think we're going to go to Harajuku. So we walked to Harajuku and headed directly to Takeshita Street. It was definitely very quiet because we went in the morning, but we could see that this street was popular with school kids and young adults. We saw tons of cutesy shops, loud and colorful clothes, and sometimes unusual shops like this auto cafe. For our last stop of the morning, we actually went back to Shinjuku. Shinjuku is definitely one of the most iconic neighborhoods in Tokyo. You'll find some of the tallest buildings in Tokyo, shopping malls, bars, and tons of clubs. So we are back in Shinjuku because this is like iconic Tokyo, but we're actually decided to swing by this massive Godzilla, which is at the top of one of the hotels. So we are back in our hotel and let's do a little room tour as usual. So this is the bathroom. This is the bathtub with the shower. There's a closet with some storage, kettle. That's the bed. A lot of space for a room in Japan. And this is the view from our room. And one thing I really like is just how you can close these blinds. And then this part also blocks out the light. And also from this side, you can actually open this so you see throughout the room. And you even get 2 yukatas instead of bathrobes. And they're really nice. After lunch, we went to another iconic neighborhood, the district of Asakusa. Asakusa is the traditional downtown area of Tokyo and full of traditional craft shops and street food stalls. So welcome back. Now we are in Asakusa, which is famous for the Senso-ji temple. And we're here in the afternoon, and as you can see, this place is incredibly busy. Very different than the Meiji shrine that we saw this morning. So this place sells a lot of souvenirs and food, but it is a bit hard to enjoy the experience because there's so many people around you. Look at the crowds on this side too. Incredible. Very nice to see how much food there is outside this temple. So a lot of people, but a lot of food. So Asakusa has more to offer than just temples. It has of course tons of shopping streets, but you can also visit Hoppy Street, which is lined with tons of izakaya bars. On our way back to the subway station, we realized that we hadn't visited a big part of the temple complex since this place is so large. We found a couple of gardens, traditional buildings, and very cute statues. Then it was time for my favorite time of the day, dinner time. We went to Ueno station for the Ameyoko shopping street, We really wanted to eat unagi or eel, and unatoto definitely hit the spot. It was affordable and so delicious, but it's really a tiny hole in the wall, so you may have to wait in line. Little did we know before showing up that this was absolutely the loudest restaurant we've ever been to, because it's located directly under the railway track and you definitely feel the vibration. Last thing on our itinerary for the day was a visit to Ueno Park, a spacious public park which has a huge pond, amphitheater, a peony garden, and the Ueno Zoo. Since it was late and we were tired, we just walked around and admired the sights. So this is still Ueno Park, but I think we're close to the zoo. And there's a lot of food on this side too, and there's a pond behind all of this. In the next video, we are going to the electric neighborhood of Akihabara, we are going to an omakase sushi restaurant, and then heading to Mount Fuji area and the beautiful town of Hakone.